Hello, and welcome to another Century Press unboxing. It's been a while since the last one of these. They're very, very small press, but they do some impressive work, especially for the price point. This, my friends, is The Crocodile by Fyodor Dostoevsky. It's actually right across Lake Erie there in Ottawa, Ontario, although their shipping center is actually in Niagara Falls, New York, which is driving distance from me. I could have picked this up, but I didn't because it shipped to me. Anyways, this is a short story, but even if it wasn't a short story, the dimensions of the publications are small. And you're going to see for yourself if you haven't watched any of the other unboxings I've done for them. This is their fourth title. They started with The Great Gatsby, which was very affordable. Then they moved on to The Sun Always Rises. They've done Call of the Wild. And I feel like they've done another title that I can't think of. But anyways, this is their first short story by anybody, but this is by Dostoevsky, bound in goat leather. Look at that leather binding there. You can see specks of the stamping on the cover here. You got a little bonus gold stamping of the crocodile. And of course, you got stamping on the spine as well. There we go. There we have it. Now, I should have... Ooh, look at that. So, this is limited to 250 copies. And this went for sale back in June or July. And if you had pre-ordered it in that first month, you would get these custom end papers, which I apologize. I don't remember her name. I want to say, is it going to be in here? Probably not. It's not. So I apologize. I don't remember her name, but I'm going to put it in the description below. Pages are sticking back here. Let's see if we can look at these back end papers. Essentially, this is a custom-made paper. And this paper was on display in a museum in New York City, and then they bought it up, and they decided to use it for the crocodile here. It's very fitting end paper. It's very nice. This is a revised translation. It is printed letterpress, so that is one of the cool things about Century Press here. It's always printed letterpress. It's a revised translation by Dr. Sarah Young from OCL over in London, or UCL? UCL over in London. She is a professor, a doctorate of Russian literature. So she's done a new introduction, revised translation, and annotations too, I believe. The original cover is by Oksana Tarasenko. So that's the stamping there. And then we have Rohan Eason's illustrations. He's got 4 illustrations throughout. If you're not familiar with The Crocodile, it is a satire, which is very unique for Dostoevsky. I mean, you think of Russian literature and kind of doom and gloom, you think of Dostoevsky. And this is, there we go, suggesting that Dostoevsky is not merely funny, but one of the world's greatest comic writers is likely to raise eyebrows. So the Crocodile is a satire. It's a story about a well-to-do couple who go take a look at a new crocodile in the local zoo. And upon intimidating said crocodile, wow, this is a really big... Look at that. We're looking at 22 pages. So does it start on page 1? It probably doesn't start on page 1. It starts on page 9. Okay. I'll say it's a pretty lengthy introduction. So anyways, they're poking around with the crocodile, and the crocodile eats the man whole. But he lives. He's alive. He's alive in the belly of the beast. And he soon learns... Oh, yes, this is in it as well. Back to the plot in a second. This is actually the first publication in English of the editor's preface, this was originally published in Dostoevsky's journal, The Epic, and it has never been translated into English before. So you can only read it in Russian. There's the first of Rohan Eason's illustrations. Anyways, the gentleman finds that he is alive and well in the belly of the beast and learns how to survive. He continues on as a civil servant, doing his business in the belly of the beast. The owner of the crocodile, which is an Italian ribbon bookmark there, from Italy. The owner of the crocodile refuses to let the crocodile be cut open. And so The gentleman learns to live on his life in the belly of the beast. And we can see these little dividers are very nice. But are they correct? I presume this is based on parts. Like parts 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, this would be part 4. But the third part here would appear to be part 2, and the second part appears to be part 3. So that might be a printing error. I don't know. If you've picked up a copy, does yours have the same printing error? Where, those are flipped. Because that doesn't seem quite right. Another one of Eason's illustrations. These are, like I said, limited to 250 copies. If you do, I don't know if he ended up extending it. I presume it's only, like he said, the pre-ordered copies that have these custom end papers. So presumably if you buy a copy now, you're not going to get the end papers. I got number 160, which matches my other titles, which is incredible. Thank you so much to Century Press for doing that. But yeah, it's really nifty publication. Very small trim size. I mean, it is larger than the little books that Borderlands Press puts out, but it is amongst the smallest books I own. And I'm going to give this a quick sniff test. Don't mind me for 1 second. It is a nice smelling book. I can confirm. I will say it's the sun also rises. Did I say the sun always rises earlier? The Sun Also Rises, the Hemingway novel, which was their second publication, is perhaps the best smelling book that I own. That's a weird stamp of approval, but I am definitively putting that stamp down. That book smells so good. The vegan tanned leather. It's just, it's good. Yeah, so they're going for like traditional leather now with these bindings. The first title, which was The Great Gatsby, was very unique, very cool. I did the unboxing on the channel. You should check that out. The paper, it was like almost entirely 100% recycled. The leather was fashion leather, so it was like, somebody's pants got turned into the leather for this book. The paper was 100% recycled paper, I believe, or it was mostly recycled paper. It was a very unique publication, very cool. I don't know that the same can be said about this one. I know it's definitely not fashion leather, and I don't know if the paper... No, this is 100% cotton flurry paper, printed with a windmill press by Ian Bristow. Very, very nice. Anyways, so it's not as 100% environmentally friendly as The Great Gatsby is, but it's still a very nice volume. Very cool volume, and I like supporting small presses, especially when it's close to being a local press right over, like I said, right over Lake Erie. But anyways, yeah, check out Century Press. I think all of their titles are still available except for Great Gatsby. That one I believe is sold out, but I believe The Sun Also Rises, The Call of the Wild, and The Crocodile, and potentially another title that I am completely drawing a blank on. I feel like this is it, but like there's like that little nagging suspicion that there's one you can't think about. They should also be available, except for, like I said, Great Gatsby. But if you don't want to buy them and you just want to live vicariously through me and watch my unboxings, I have unboxed all of them on this channel. I have plenty of other unboxing videos on the channel as well, if you wanted to check those out, as well as at least one book review a week. So please consider liking and subscribing. But either way, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you around next time.